are on it or know someone who is? Okay, a little more relevant, how many of you guys work? Okay, so it's kind of annoying when you get your paycheck and you see that you get some money off because of tax. And then some of that tax money goes to EBT, which I'll tell you more about later on, but it's relevant because for people who work, it's upsetting to know that their money is going to people who can be abusing it and the government's not doing anything about it. And it's also bad for the people who use it because they also get a bad rep from the few cases that makes, like, one small case makes everyone look bad, and that's not good either. So personally, EBT, just like a little preview, is meant for food. So I've seen places that don't sell food accepting EBT, and I think that's wrong. So in my presentation today, I'm gonna show you, or I'll tell you about what EBT is and how knowing about it will just make you more aware. First I'm gonna talk about what EBT is, then I'm gonna talk about the few cases of fraud that occurred because of it. So first off, what is EBT? EBT stands for Electronic Benefit Transfer. It's a welfare program made by the national government to assist people who can't afford living on their own and they need some assistance. It's really easy to get EBT. There's really low requirements. I forgot to include this in my outline, but according to like frequently asked questions about EBT, it only people who can qualify if they make less than 12K a year, which is most poverty people in the US. And then here are just a few statistics. This is based off the US debt clock. This clock is actually ongoing, so even these statistics aren't like the most current. I just got this last night. So there are about 45 million food stamp recipients nationwide, and roughly they cost about $4 a day per person. And then so if you add that annually, it's a little more than 66 quadrillion a year, and that's a lot. And if you do the math, we're in 19 trillion in debt. So just from EBT and food stamps, that's about a third of it. So now that I've told you a little bit about EBT, I'm gonna talk about the instances of fraud. So some problems that occur because of EBT are, like I said earlier, there are too many qualified individuals, and like that's not a bad thing, you know, it's here to help us, but some people, they lie to receive more aid, and that's not right. For able-bodied adults, there's a minimum work requirement of 20 hours a week, but then since no one really checks on it and the regulations aren't good, some people can not work and basically get away with it. So EBT is also accepted at places that aren't necessarily the best place to get food, which is what it's meant for. Like there's some places like liquor stores and strip clubs that accept EBT, and I don't know, I don't think you should be able to buy food from a strip club because that's overpriced, by the way. Liquor, according to the law, you're not even supposed to buy cigarettes or alcohol, but liquor stores still accept it. And keep in mind, this affects our economy because EBT is non-taxable. So the store owner gets more money, and then EBT people also can buy cigarettes and beer, which is really expensive and not fair. And then according to Todd Shepard's 2012 article, Fraud and Abuse Looking Past Your State, one of the most notable cases is how EBT can be withdrawn outside of your state for cash in Las Vegas, which is very sketchy because, you know, people spend a lot in Las Vegas. And then, now that I've told you about what EBT is and some of the fraud, I will wrap things up. So in conclusion, I think it's good for people to know what EBT is, to know a part of what your money is going to, and it's also just good to know in general. I told you about what EBT is and how there are a few cases of fraud and corruption. And ultimately, I think EBT is a great program. Its intended purposes are really good, but then because there's a few corruption and the government's not doing anything about it, that's where it becomes bad.